Hello, I'm Praveen Bhagwat. A lot of people blame me for why they are spending midnight oil, burning midnight oil, and kind of releasing out features so fast. I mean, so I say blame me because I'm one of the guys who started it all up many years ago. I come from an academic background. Spent my midnight hours in grad school days doing a lot of mobile IP coding when I was going through grad school, and I've come through a training where you are never satisfied with anything that you see. There's always ways to improve. There's always to make it faster. There's always ways to make it better. There's always ways to make it cheaper. So the question people ask, you are entering into this crowded Wi-Fi space. I mean, what's more there to do? I mean, I think we are basically scratching the surface right now in terms of what's possible from an innovation perspective. Because as David mentioned, we've gone from 1 Mbps now down to gigabit. If you look at the amount of traffic in the air, the complexity, the systems are getting very complex. But they don't have to be complicated as far as the management is concerned. For end user, it has to be easy to use, it has to be extremely simple, and the software that you design has to hide all that complexity from the end user. So basically that's the key design philosophy that we all been kind of working on for many years. And I wish I had a little bit more time, but maybe in the next wireless field day, we will dive deeper into many great things that we have done from an engineering and technology standpoint that we will be very glad to share. In fact, I look forward to a group like this which can really appreciate what the work really we have done to kind of make things better. So we kind of briefly touched upon some of these points in the presentation today in the first half, that why we build a location-based hierarchy, why the system is plug and play. There's so much more to be done on the guest Wi-Fi and analytics area. Our solution is cloud managed, and I think from a cloud managed perspective, we have done it because I think it's a more economical model for providing a seamless service to the end users, and you can pass that benefit to the end user by coming up with a more aggressive pricing, which is not possible with a core controller-based architecture. And likewise, there are ways system can continue to function even when the internet goes down, and there are very clear cost benefits if you are able to build a software-defined radio device which can do both scanning and access all at the same time. You don't have to do 2 Ethernet drops and kind of double the cost of deployment. So there's a good reason why either it's a better way to do it, either it's a faster way to do it, or it's a cheaper way to do it. So, and I think there are still many possibilities of bringing this kind of improvements in the future. These are some other capabilities that we also have in the product. We did not get a chance to go through any of those, but hopefully in Wireless Field Day 6 and maybe 7, we will pick up each one of the topics one by one and dive deeper and tell you what cool things we are doing in each one of these spaces. So I'm going to skip all of it right now. That's all the processing which happens at the edge, which we call as our intelligent edge. We already have 7 different AP models, but there are 17 different combinations we can create out of these 7 boxes, which is, I think, very cool and unique. It reduces our certification costs, testing costs, and I think makes life easier for the end user who can make decisions later in terms of how they want to use this and what additional purposes they want to apply this to. And there was a question on RRM. See, if you see from a market evolution perspective, we started from a large scale distributed. We are gradually moving into core enterprise. And there's a roadmap where we have got some very cool ideas of how we're going to tackle some of the issues which were raised in the meeting today. And hopefully we'll get some airtime in Wireless Field Day 6 to give you direct answers to the questions that were posed. And finally, this is a tool that we have internally developed to make our life easier. And I want to use today's opportunity to announce that we are going to share it with all of you. It's a private beta, and hopefully, we're looking forward to your feedback. Why did we build this tool? Because as you enter the access market, you get troubleshooting queries. People call, say, I'm not able to connect. What do you do? Well, you do packet capture, you take PCAP traces, and then you put your best engineer on the job to kind of figure out what's going on. But that model doesn't scale. Because as our business is growing, we only have, very good engineers, and they can't be kept up all night to kind of keep digging through traces. So what we've done is a great visualization tool. It's all in the cloud. You upload the trace, click on a button, and see what's in the trace. And instantly you spot where the problems are. So we use this tool internally to kind of speed up our own troubleshooting capability. And I think when we showed it to a couple of people who kind of like this kind of stuff, they want to get their hands on it. So I'm sure you all will appreciate. So we'll give you a kind of a guest login into this tool. And if there is 30 seconds of time, I will give you a private view of what's in there. So at this point, I'll stop. And since we're running out of time, look forward to seeing you at Wireless Day 6. Thank you.
Thanks.